So Operation Warp Speed has produced COVID-19 vaccinations at a miraculous speed. I mean, seriously, can you imagine where we would be if there had been a president, say Joe Biden? I mean, please, we wouldn't even be getting started at this point with a vaccine. So, you know what? Trump, that's part of his genius. He realized the importance of private business over government. As a result, we do have a vaccine very quickly. But given that we now have a COVID-19 vaccine, does this finally mean we can end these crazy lockdowns? I mean, we don't really have it too bad here in Florida. Really don't have much in a way of lockdown. All businesses are pretty much open. The only thing that you notice is that we stop to wear masks, like when we go to Walmart or places like that shopping, and you have to wear. Well, in the restaurants they have social distancing. Obviously, you can't wear a mask while you're eating. That's just flat out ridiculous. But although I do notice there are some buffet, like one of my favorite buffet places, King's Buffet. It's still takeout, which to me, that kind of defeats the purpose of a buffet. I don't go to a buffet to take out the food. I go to the buffet to pig out the food right there at the buffet. But here's the thing. I think liberals are going to be very, very reluctant to give up the lockdowns. The reason why is they're, especially in places like California and Michigan and certain other states where liberals are in charge, not like here in Florida, they seem to almost like Whitmer. I mean, it's like they and Gavin Newsom. Of course, by the way, they break their own rules when it for them, but they seem to love lockdowns. Are they going to give it up? Because they're using lockdowns as a weapon against people engaged in free enterprise, small business. So I'm still trying to figure out how Walmart, for example, can stay open, and yet a small business small grocery store or small restaurant, they have to be closed. That doesn't make any sense to me. So the liberals have been using these lockdowns as a weapon against free enterprise, small businessmen, because basically, let's face it, this is like a weapon in support of their beloved socialism. Socialists are very anti-business, and they want government solutions for everything. The other thing I'm wondering about is, after we have the vaccine, can we finally, like here in Florida, for example, can we quit wearing those annoying face masks? I hate those things. I'm getting tired. Like I said, we don't have to wear them while we're eating, but you have to kind of enter a restaurant wearing those face masks. So, if we have a vaccine, if we're vaccinated against it, if we're immune as a result to COVID-19, what's the purpose of wearing a face mask? You're not carrying it. Other people are immune to it. So that's another thing about this face mask thing. But one big, huge thing is about this vaccine is it eliminates any excuse like, oh, we have to have mail-in voting and we have to change the rules. We have to make it easy. We have to just send out mass numbers of ballots. No. Let's use this experience. This country, except for absentee ballots where you got to fill out the forms for it properly, never again have mail-in ballots. That's done. We're through. We're finished with that. I mean, in other countries like France, for example, where they experimented with using mail-in ballots, they quit using it. Why? Do I need to say? Vote fraud. This should never be allowed again. And all state legislatures for the next big national elections, they should they should make it clear, the state legislators, that they won't abide by the results if their election laws are not followed to the letter. And that means the state Supreme Court has no say in it. The governor has no say in it or changing the law. The Secretary of the State, the Attorney General, no. The arbiter is the state legislators. Should never be allowed. I mean, this is absurd what happened in this last election with this massive vote. You know what? We're thinking here YouTube censoring. That's a whole other subject, by the way. I can get into, but the vaccine should lead to eliminating forever mail-in balloting. Hey, you know what? If you can go to a grocery store with a mask on or with it off to buy food, then or Walmart, let's say, then you should be able to physically go to your precinct and vote. That's it. We're done with mail-in balloting. And by the way, I'm starting to read some articles written by liberals. I think I just read one in the New Yorker magazine by the same clown that said that free speech is dangerous. It can be weaponized. But he wants to keep in place mail-in balloting. And no, we're done. That's it. We should not be tolerated whatsoever. No mail-in balloting. And that's for the long term. No mail-in balloting. In the near term, please, let's end this ridiculous lockdowns. Like I say, here in Florida, where we got sanity, at least at the top of our government. But, I feel really sorry especially for small business owners in places like California. Oh, by the way, in California, if you have a lobbyist working on your behalf, which means you have to be a big business, like a movie company, you can serve food and all that stuff. But if you're smaller and you don't have a lobbyist, no, you're out of luck. And also if you're the governor, you don't have to obey the rule. Like Governor Newsom has his own winery. While the other wineries have been closed, guess what? His has been left open. So this is absurd. I'm hoping people really, there's no more excuses for the lockdowns after the vaccine. There's also no excuses for this phony mail-in voting, which, as we've seen, is subject to over-the-top abuse in a process. So. That's it. Some people are debating whether or not to take the vaccine. You know what? If they say it's safe, I saw the vice president take it. Yeah, okay, I'll take it. Although I don't know how dangerous COVID is. I've known several people that have had COVID over the past few months, and the worst that they had was they lost their sense of taste for a few days. Nobody that I know died. Now, I might have had COVID. I never tested myself. These are people I know that tested themselves. I might have had COVID. I have no idea. I just didn't test myself. If I felt fine, I might have had COVID. I might not have, but made no difference. But like I said, I'll go ahead and take the vaccine. I hope other people do, so we can stop with the excuse of the lockdowns and the abuse of our election systems. I mean, they were so enthusiastic about it. The liberals, like, oh my God, we can have mail-in balloting and we can relax all the rules. Yeah, forget that. It's not going to happen again, or hopefully it won't. Well, anyway, I got that off my chest. See you guys later.